Benjamin Netanyahu and Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan continued today their war of words over what happened in Gaza. It's getting ugly, too. Erdogan says Netanyahu is a terrorist and an occupier, and he rules over an illegitimate terrorist state.
Netanyahu, we don't have the shame of invading. You are an invader. You are occupying those lands as an invader. At the same time, you are a terrorist.
And the Prime Minister firing back this weekend in a series of statements saying Erdogan is a strong man who indiscriminately bombs and murders civilians. Apparently referencing the battle with the Kurds, Netanyahu tweeted Erdogan is an invader himself, taking over northern Cyprus and Kurdish territory in Syria and slaughtering civilians. Netanyahu says a man like that shouldn't preach about ethics. He also even sarcastically said in another tweet that Turkey must be playing a bizarre April Fool's joke with criticisms about morality and ethics. Joining me in studio, as well as our Middle East correspondent, Emily Rose. Emily, talk to me a little bit about where this war of words goes from here. It's a very new detente between the two nations. Could that end? Could they go back to a state of war, conflict?
It's true that this sort of pot versus kettle, tit for tat, is coming full circle. And we know that in 2010, relations did fall through between the two countries after the Gaza flotilla incident. Yeah. And that really broke the relations down. But then there was a reconciliation that came back, and now we're coming full circle. And again, the linchpin in this seeming debate and sort of point of contention between these two countries seems to be, in fact, Gaza. It does seem to be the thing that keeps these two nations apart and keeps them aggressive.
But why is Erdogan, why is he tying himself so closely to the Palestinian fight? We've heard it with Jerusalem and now with Gaza. Is it just a political position so he can shore up power within the Muslim world? Why do it?
Well, I think Erdogan is very much playing to his base at this point. He's very much playing to his political base, and we know that Netanyahu is also playing that same game to his political base. So I think both these leaders are sort of playing to their own political support and facing their aggression that way towards each other.
General, as these protests continue, and they're expected to continue for the next month or more, is there a risk of, if Israel doesn't listen to some of the international criticism at the UN, from Egypt, from Jordan, could they really risk diplomatic standing moving forward?
This was exactly the intention of the Hamas. The Hamas wanted to put Israel in a very, to embarrass it in a almost impossible situation and to embarrass Israel. And it's the IDF, they have a very difficult job to control what is going on, to try to deal with, in a sensitive way, with the demonstrations that are going from Gaza. However, on the other hand, they have to prevent people from Gaza to enter Israel, especially if you really don't know what are their intentions there.